Hey guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves and Showcase Sunday, Mailbox Monday, whatever, all the different things. It's mainly stacking the shelves though. For the end of December, I'm trying to hold all these books. This is also my Christmas book haul, so I'm just gonna try make an attempt to like hold it up. Got a lot of books for Christmas. All right. I actually didn't get that many books like gifted to me for Christmas, but I did get Amazon gift cards and Barnes & Noble gift cards, and then usually I go through my Amazon list and see like what books I can get from the library to read that I didn't get for Christmas that I wanted. So there's kind of a large combination of things here, and I'll go through it. You may also notice my background is a little different. We did kind of redo the whole office, so I took out this like big corner desk I have and put in a different desk and moved it so I could look out the window, and so everything's kind of moved around. So instead behind me now you have my bookcase and some pictures, and the table's in a different spot and whatever. You probably don't care. But because I'm like in a corner now, I had to break out the professional lighting that I used to use, but I've been way too lazy to use. So we have like real lighting, like professional lighting, professional-ish lighting, I guess. Okay, so that's like the change in surrounding explanation. I'll start going through the books now. Start blabbing. All right, the first one I got is actually a review book. I did get one review book, and that is a graphic novel called Taproot by Kizzy Young. It's a story about a gardener and a ghost. And this just looked like super, super, super cute. I just thought it looked fun, so I went ahead and got it. I actually don't know what the age range on this, but it sounds like it's more like an adult graphic novel type thing. But yeah, I'm excited to read that. It looks like one of those different graphic novels, and I really like fancy graphic novels, and I like different graphic novels. I've never been a huge fan of like traditional like superhero graphic novels, but I like those things. So I'm eager to see what Taproot is about. All right, and then we're gonna get into some of the books I bought, and then I'll do the gifts. So I did buy a couple books for my Kindle. The first one is Heart of Brass by Felicity Banks, and this is volume 1 of the Antipodean Queen. I've been looking for some new steampunk series to read, and this one has gotten really good reviews, so I went ahead and picked this up for Kindle. Another one I picked up for Kindle is The Mortician's Daughter, book 1, One Foot in the Grave by C.C. Hunter. C.C. Hunter wrote the Shadow Falls series, I think is what it's called, Shadowhunter or something like that. And I really like that, and this is another young adult series by her. So again, it's been getting excellent reviews on Amazon and Goodreads, so I'm excited to read it and see how it is. And then the last book I bought for Kindle was For Steam and Country by John Del Arraz. This is another steampunk book that's been getting really good reviews, and I got it for Kindle, again, in my quest to find new steampunk series that don't suck, because I've been reading some sucky ones lately. And to continue on the steampunk theme, I was actually going through my blog and like updating some tags and category stuff, and I ran across some book reviews, and I was like, I really like that series. Why did I never read the last 2 books in it? And that is the Clockwork novel of Clockwork Empire. It's the Clockwork Empire series. And there were 2 other books in that series that I just never read. It's a 4-book series. I read the 2 books like late last year, and I have no idea why I never picked them up this year. So I went ahead and bought them used. You can tell these are like ex-library books. So it's Dragon Men by Stephen Harper, and then The Havoc Machine by Stephen Harper. So excited to read those. They always have a lot of action, like steampunk stuff, and so it should be fun. Then the last 2 that I bought, we are getting to the end of the bought ones. I bought a half-price books, and honestly, we were there. I had brought about $90 worth of video games and books to half-price books. We found out it was like $90, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a couple books. It's the new year, and there's some here that I really wanted to get, so I'm going to get a couple books. So the first one I bought there is one that's been out for a while, but I always really wanted to read it, just never picked it up. It's The Twistrose Key by Tone Amhajel or whatever. The premise sounded really interesting, and this is honestly one that I love the cover, and I keep getting drawn to the cover. And I got it for $4.99 at half-price book, so it was a pretty good deal. It's in really good shape, really nice hardcover copy. And then the second one is another one that I have seen earlier this year in the bookstore that I really wanted to get, and that was The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. Author of The Witch's Wife. So I've been wanting to get this and read it, and I found half-price books were fairly cheap, so Again, it's a beautiful copy, and I'm excited to have it and read it. And I apologize, I'm like throwing these down the table and like shaking everything. All right, so then I'll get into the ones that my husband got me. Oh, I'm missing one. Oh, wow. I'll just have to talk about. The one I'm missing is The Girl from the Other Side, Volume 3. If you're watching this on my blog, you can look below and see a picture of it. This is a manga series that is very interesting. It's like a very like fairy tale, like fantasy series, but it moves kind of slow and deliberate, but I really have been enjoying it a lot. It's a very unique drawing style and very unique story style for a manga. So if you're interested in something like, they call it like a quiet fairy tale, and that does fit very well. There's some mystery and some fairy tale elements to it. The Girl from the Other Side by Nagabe is really, really good. And I apologize. That book is in the other room. My husband took it from my pile to go read, so he's reading that. All right. The first one I got from my husband for Christmas is The Lost Isle of Perpetua, The Falcon Lord, Book 1 by D.A. Metrov. And this is another steampunk novel. Yeah, I'm probably going to get sick of steampunk by the end of the year because I'm like so invested in it at this point. But this kind of looks like one of those like self-published dealies. And the artwork in here is pretty awful, but people seem to like it, so we'll see if it's one of these like Amazon things that got like buffed by some false reviews, or if it is actually something good. The next one I'm very excited to read is Rat Queens, Volume 4. This is the trade paperback, Volume 4, by those people. YB, Ginny, Ferrier. The artists have changed a lot for this, and I was looking through it. I'm not like super impressed by the new artist, but I really have been enjoying the story in these, so I'm going to read it, and we'll see if the artwork is too distracting or if I like it. All right. Then I did go on, and there's like a few that I really want on my wish list that I didn't get, and so I went online to see if the library had them before I like bought stuff, because you know it's Amazon gift card, but it's like burning a hole in my pocket, and I have this Barnes & Noble stuff, and I have so many books I want to get because I've been trying to hit my to be read pile. I haven't got any new books forever. Feels like forever. I know it hasn't been. All right, so first one I got from the library is Breath of Iron by Kate Cross. This is the third and final book in the Clockwork Agents series. These have been good. They're very romancy, but they're quick, fun reads, and I've been kind of enjoying reading them during Christmas time because you just like sit down and boom, you're through the story. It's a fun, like cutesy, romancy story, and it's got some fun action and stuff in there. So they're very kind of fluffy reads, but they're fast, they're fun. I've been enjoying them, and I'm going to read the last one in the series just to see what happens. I got to find out what happens. This one I actually had seen a while back and didn't pick it up, but then decided after watching actually a beauty blogger I follow talk about it, I was like, you know, why did I never read that? It totally sounds like something I would love. And now I'm forgetting what it's about. Oh, I remember. Okay. So this is Winter Song by S.J. Jones. And it's a retelling of like the Goblin King fairy tale. Think like Labyrinth, which I am absolutely obsessed with. David Bowie, all those people in the Labyrinth. I watched that movie so much when I was growing up. So this is a retelling of the Goblin King myth. And I was just like, what? Why did I never read that? So beautiful cover. Hopefully I like the book. I don't understand why I never read it. Like, I knew it was coming out at some point. I missed it. So I was excited to get that from the library. The other one I got from the library is The Language of Thorns, Midnight Tales, and Dangerous Matters by Leigh Bardugo. I'm a big Leigh Bardugo fan, and I have not read this yet. I am not as big of a short story fan. Like, I like to get some short stories now and then for my Kindle, but I'm not huge on doing short story collections, and part of it is because I feel like I need to like take notes on each story and review each story, so that's like my problem. But I am excited to read this because I really do think I've read some of her other short stories, and I really do like Bardugo's short stories. So I got that from the library. And then the last one I got from the library you might recognize from a previous book haul, Compass South by Hope Larson and Rebecca Mock. This one, I got the second book in the series. My son actually went ahead and read it anyways because he doesn't care if he reads books out of order. But I'm a little OCD, and I decided that I can't handle reading books out of order. I get kind of worked up about that. So I went ahead and requested the first book from the library. And it looks kind of neat. So I will read the first book, and then I'll have to re-borrow the second book and read that. And like I told my son, I was like, I'm so excited I got the first book. And he's like, yeah, I already know what happened in the second book. Why should I read the first one? And I'm like, yeah, I guess you could do that with every book series, right? You could just read the last one and be like, well, I know what happened now. So whatever. So those are my books. This is just going to be a longer video. I apologize, but there's these two. So it's two. Oh, they're all getting stuck to each other. 4, 6. There's going to be just too many of them. 8. Those are the ones from the Half Price books. 10. 12. And 14. And I'm not gonna lie, I do have a couple more like real books coming from Amazon, just a couple more. Some I've had on my list for a long time. I have like this huge stuff pack, and I really wanted to get. What else should I talk about? Christmas went well. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. We had a really good time with our family and stuff. It was a little bit mellow because we did have my grandpa pass away last Sunday, last Sunday before last. So we had his funeral on Friday, which was interesting. I won't say interesting. Is that a bad word to use? It was sad. My grandpa was 95 years old though, and so he had lived a long, full life, and it was something that was kind of on the horizon. So it's one of those funerals that isn't as devastating as like other funerals where people die really young. It was a very pretty ceremony. He did a full Catholic ceremony. Most of my family is Catholic, and that's an experience. It was very well done though, and very, very beautiful. Did a nice lunch and stuff afterwards. He's actually going to be interred at Fort Snelling. So, but it was weird because then we had like a funeral on Friday, and then on Sunday we got together with the same family on Christmas Eve to celebrate Christmas. And it was just kind of odd because like Grandpa was always sitting on the couch there talking to people, and he wasn't. And he was a pretty funny guy, had really good sense of humor, and he left a big hole, on Christmas Eve. So we'll miss him. But it made for a weird Christmas because then I was like off work on Friday to go to the funeral all day, and then we're trying to get stuff ready for Christmas Friday night, and like on Saturday trying to bake cookies and stuff, and then running and doing Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we did at my parents' house, and it was just like a lot of Christmas. And by Tuesday we were all ready to be done with Christmas and spend some time playing with our goodies that we got. So, fun stuff there. It's been really, really, really cold in Minnesota. We did have, I think on Tuesday the high was 2 and the wind chill was -30. It is not as cold today. It's warmed up. It's like a high of 12. It's like 5 degrees outside right now. But tomorrow again, it's going to get really, really cold. I think the high is supposed to be 0 or 1 or something like that. We were supposed to go snow tubing with some friends, and we've decided that no, we're not going to do that. So we're good. We're all good. We're just going to go hang out at the Mall of America, I think, where it's warm inside and there's a lot to do, and we can run around with the kids and do rides and whatever. So, kind of our traditional, like, Minnesota, like, we don't know what to do, but we want to go move around. So we're going to go to the Mall of America and, like, hang out with everybody else in the world. Other than that, we haven't had much hockey. We only had one game on Wednesday, which was a good game, but my son's team did lose just barely. It was so close. It was like killing you. Like, they were, like, tied, and then, like, right at the last minute, the other team scored, and you're just like, ugh. But it was a good game, so hockey continues. Other than that, I've been enjoying having this week off of work. Redoing the office, reading some, playing video games, playing board games, that kind of stuff. It's always sad to have to go back. I will have to go back on Tuesday. But, I guess that's what makes vacation so wonderful, is that you're not working and then you go back to work so you can appreciate your vacation more, right? All right, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys had a really good Christmas and got lots of great presents, but most importantly, got to spend a lot of time with your family and enjoying just time off if you had it or whatever. I will talk to you next week because I am going to have a couple more books come through, kind of the stragglers that I ordered on Amazon that aren't here yet. And now I have to get to reading all these wonderful books. So I'm going to sign off here. Hope you got great books and have a great week of reading ahead of you. Talk to you later. Bye.